Welcome back, everyone. Today, I wanted to speak a bit about the game that I've been wanting to make a video for quite a while now, and it's called Wounded: The Beginning by Workbench Entertainment. So, if you never heard of this game, it's quite understandable, as at this moment the game is quite old. It's around 6 years old, so it was released in 2019, and I bought this game very cheap. I think it cost me 50p back then, 60p, and as I'm doing this video, I can see that it's costing on the Steam page 60p. So very cheap. And why did I always wanted to make a video out of it? Because the first time that I played it, I was quite impressed with it. For such an old game, the graphics were still very updated, and that impressed me quite a lot. About the gameplay, well, the gameplay is what you would expect from a horror game, actually. It's a walking simulator. You solve some light puzzles, and in this case, I mean very light puzzles. Is usually includes finding a key, go to this place, open that door, press this switch, blah blah blah. So the usual shtick that you can see in horror games. The story is a bit convoluted at times. So you're supposedly a polo player, and you get wounded while out and about with your daughters, and you get wounded and you have to stop playing for the rest of your life. And in this case, that's why the game is called Wounded, because the character has a kind of a limp, and you can see that while playing that the character has a limp on his leg. I think it's very akin to Layers of Fear, if I remember, where the character had a limp, and you could see that in the gameplay as well. So it's not a bad idea, although it does make for some unnecessary camera movements, and this for motion sick people, it's not the best thing in the world. But as I said, I do enjoy the game. I think it has a really creepy vibe. It has a thing or two that unfortunately I don't enjoy, and that is the fact that you have some chasing monsters. You could say that, chasing monsters around you, and I don't enjoy that. If you've been with me for a while, you'll know that I find that the least horror of things. This because you are removed of any kind of survival instinct, and your character can only hide or run. If it is like in Amnesia the Bunker, I can understand. Because in Amnesia the Bunker, you're fighting something that is not human. And even though you can still fight in Amnesia, so in this game, there will be no excuse for you not to be able to fight back. And that to me is the least horrible thing in the game, because it removes from human beings the ability to fight back. And unfortunately, no matter how afraid you are, your survival instinct tends to kick in, and you will fight back with anything that you have at hand. And usually in these games, you always have plenty of stuff around, like tools and equipment that you can use, even rock. Yeah, the character doesn't do nothing. It simply doesn't defend himself. It just hides. And that I find very improbable, and it actually tends to annoy me more than horrifying. I think Outlast, Amnesia, and Layers of Fear, if I remember, they were the prosecutors to this kind of gameplay, and unfortunately it created a plethora of games that had the same idea, that you couldn't defend yourself, so the horror would be all in that, and jump scares, which I also hate in games. But in this case, this game, as I said, it's very cool to look at. The gameplay leaves a lot to be desired, but as I said, it's a very cheap game, so even if you are not keen this gameplay that I said, I think 60p, it's lower than a coffee. It's going to be money well spent. I see that the developers have other games on the Steam list. They are all to be announced, so none of them have a release date. They have a game called Last Words that it says free. I don't see why would it say free, to be honest. It's a bit weird. But even though I would love to try other games from these developers, because they did something quite cool back in 2019, and now I would love to see what they can do with some new and updated graphics. They got one that I'm very interested in, which is called Olga Episode 1, and I hope they bring it as quickly as possible, because I really want to see it. Unfortunately, I don't like games that have the name episodes in it, because as it happened before, I played a game with the same name, and unfortunately Unfortunately, episode 2 or 3 never came out. That's the end of it. And it is proven that it's actually a very bad choice to give the name of episode to your games, because gamers like me, they tend to see, oh, it's episode 1, so I'm just gonna wait for the rest of it to come out. So developers, I don't know if you guys are listening to this, remove the episode 1 from the name of the game, and you guys will probably sell a bit more than you would with that name in it. It's a very bad choice. Fortunately, it all comes to the psyche of the gamers, and not only gamers, any other person would be the same. We are in a world where Netflix actually started to release episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10 all in the same day. So we are used to that. If not, we tend to just wait for the rest of the episodes to come out. In the meantime, that's about it for my short review of the game. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you are interested in the game, I'll leave the link to it in the description. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to click the like button, and good luck. I'll see you next time.
Lisa? No, 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 no. I'm coming, Lisa!